Hey, welcome back, everybody. The pleasure to have New Bedford Mayor Jon Mitchell. He came overseas to be with us. Went over the bridge, huh, Mayor?
Yeah, I brought my passport.
Well, your passport, too. Right. Well, it's in and out fast. We got a lot to talk about, but first, I'm glad you got the dress code for Gene off script.
I did, but it's just weird being around you without your tie.
Yeah.
And you have the best ties in the news business.
Well, that's my area, Mayor.
Gene without a tie is like Superman without a cape.
That's my area, my magical powers. We bring it back at 6 o'clock. Anyway, thanks for coming in. By the way, did you have hip surgery?
Wait a minute, I got to do this, right? Is this? I got to unbutton this.
Well, you got a V-neck on? Yeah, you'll get away with it.
Okay, I can do this.
That's
all right,
good.
we'll do this for the remainder of the show.
That's good. You came in here with crutches. You had a little hip surgery. Are you okay?
Now you're telling everybody about it.
Well,
this must be
good.
a HIPAA violation.
Yeah, well, no, you told me.
Oh,
yeah.
That's right. I waived my HIPAA rights. I did. I had lots of sports injuries over the years.
Well,
so I finally got to the point where I had to do that.
You look good. You came in with crutches because you said you're going to be beat up here, so you're not. No.
That's right. I'm still bracing myself. We still have a long way to go in this
You'll
segment.
be fine. I had you on the radio last week. We're talking about there was violence at one of your festivals out there over the weekend, ended in a couple of stabbings. And you said, with the closure of amusement parks, there's nowhere for kids to go. And I get what you're saying. Yeah. That a feast comes along or a festival comes along, there's kind of a hunger. So you draw kids from all over, and some of them are troublemakers. But in the text, you got a little pushback on that. People said, well, wait a minute. Does that mean the troublemakers that just go to amusement parks and tear those up or stab people there? So refine your answer for me.
No, the answer remains the same. I'm glad you looked at the comments because I don't bother to look at them. But listen, it's so just for context, right? Of course, for everybody who wasn't listening. The Whaling City Festival's been around for a long time, and yes, in the absence of places like Lincoln Park and Rocky Point, kids don't have opportunities to go to an amusement park these days, for the most part, Disney World or even Six Flags. So having these traveling amusement parks is something that is, I think, good for kids to be able to do. They look forward to it, there's enthusiasm for it. And so, my job is to make sure things are safe, and we want to ensure that, and there are ways to do that without throwing the baby out with the bathwater, I think. Having a few knuckleheads show up and get in a fight and pull knives and all that is something that, we can't tolerate, but there's a way of dealing with that without canceling the entire program. So, So there are a handful of things that we're going to do to make that happen.
You had your problems out there. Cranston just had a melee at the St. Mary. Can you imagine? We're carrying the Blessed Mother on the same street, and the kids are acting as a riot. I mean, Mother Mary, pray for us when you go to Cranston. and then in Providence, pop-up parties, shootings. So the answer is, it's maybe a little more than just a hunger for an amusement place to go. It is root societal problems. Would you agree with that? Apart from we just don't have an amusement park to go to. And by the way,
there are, sure, right? We didn't want everybody to behave, all 100% of attendees to behave at any given public event, but you also don't want a few people to ruin it for everybody else, right? So how do you do that? Well, you make sure that modern security measures are in place, right? You make sure that it's located in a place that is safe and not proximate to troublemakers, for one thing. Secondly, you make sure that reasonable security measures are in place so that there's a controlled perimeter and there's some gating, right, that happens, whether that's a magnetometer or something else. And you make sure it doesn't go on odd hours into the night, because that's when bad things happen, right? Your mother told you nothing good happens after 12 o'clock. You can actually amend that old saying to say nothing good happens after 8 o'clock, right? So
I'm in bed by 9, so you can close at 8. I'm fine. By the way, you're going to have a way to test your. Well, listen, you're a former law enforcement man. You were a assistant U.S. attorney for many years. So you come at this from a serious vein. I know that. You've got a big feast coming up. You've got the big Portuguese feast. That's going to draw thousands. Are you expecting?
It's one of the biggest ethnic festivals in the United States.
Are you expecting trouble?
Well, we anticipate trouble. And
Talk
we try to deal with that. Well, look, you have a large crowd. There's drinking, right? But there's a lot else that goes on. It's not just a big frat party. It's an ethnic festival that has remained true to its roots. It's a very authentic celebration of Madeiran culture specifically, and Portuguese culture generally, and people love it. And we've been able to make it a lot safer over the years by being responsible about the dispensation of alcohol. Being in the last few years, cordoning off the main stages with fencing and wanding people as they come in. So that, I think, helps reduce the possibility of somebody doing something violent.
Yep.
This year, the Feast Committee itself is going to be IDing people who enter after 8 o'clock. So if you're not 21, you can't get in. And so I think that's going to help with crowd control. And so it's become a much safer event. I mean, the number of arrests at the Feast have plummeted over the years. And knock on wood, they will continue to do that with the measures that we're putting in place. But look, you don't want to deprive it. So festivals that people look to that are traditional, that whose intentions are pure and that people want to have in their lives, it's things that we want to support. But we have to balance that against security concerns, and that's what we try to do with every event. I'll tell you, like with the Feast and other larger events over the last several years, we've had to contend with the possibility of drone overflights, right? You could have a big crowd, but drones are something that we have to make sure don't interfere with things. And so the police are on that. Another thing we've seen in Europe, for instance, trucks barreling into crowds, that's a real risk. So if you go to the Feast now, every street is cordoned off with a major dump truck or a fire truck or some large, heavy obstacle, so that doesn't happen. We're not trying to fight the last wars, but we're certainly, when risks are identified, we address them.
This is the Feast of the Blessed Sacrament, big Portuguese feast. It draws thousands. They come down from Canada. This is a big thing.
It's a huge thing. We understand it to be among the largest ethnic festivals in the United States. It is considered to be the largest Portuguese festival in the world. It's a great festival, and the Feast Committee gives out scholarships and does a lot of public good as well over the course of the year. But it is sort of like old home week in Greater New Bedford. A lot of folks will come home just to catch up with people at the feast, and so it's a great thing. I encourage people to go. It is a safe family environment. Great musical entertainment, but it's also interesting. It's unique. There isn't another Portuguese.
Well, light a candle, Mayor. We have no problems. I hope that on the news we're going to say it went off without a hitch.
I encourage people to pray, but I also have to look at hard evidence to make decisions as mayor. So that's what we do. And
Mayor Smiley just had the fan zone. About 130,000 people downtown Providence.
Yeah, good stuff.
4 arrests for disorderly, which I
so you can do it. Yeah, it takes a little bit of planning. It takes some resources, law enforcement resources to make it happen. But you can have these events. But law enforcement, as people are having a good time, know that when you show up and have a good, safe time, it's because a lot of people in law enforcement and city government plan and sweat the details, including the public safety details.
Since we're talking about resources, you got a little beef with the state that they're not sending enough money? Now you tell me you get along pretty good with the governor.
I do.
Right?
Yeah. It's not just her call, right? It's the legislature's call.
She's got a lot to say. She can help you out
indeed,
here.
Indeed she does, yeah. No, so just as a point of perspective, so to run city government, like when I say city government, the non-school side of city government, the traditional core services, police, fire, libraries, parks, all that. In Massachusetts, cities rely essentially on 2 sources of revenue: property tax revenue and unrestricted state aid. There's other stuff that comes in, but those are the 2 main ones. And in the course of the last 17, 18 years, the state aid, unrestricted state aid, has not kept up with inflation. It dropped off and then didn't come back up. Hasn't really come back up to pre-15-year ago levels, pre-financial crisis levels back in 2008. So that's put a lot of strain on property taxpayers to pick up the rest of the bill, because everything's like, and city government has gotten more expensive. So just to put a finer point on it, in the fiscal year that just closed on June 30th, fiscal year 26, we, New Bedford, received almost to the dollar the same exact amount in unrestricted state aid as we got in 2009.
Right.
17 years ago. So you think well, how do you pay the bills with that? So we've been saying, and New Bedford's not alone in this, but like, state, there's a need for you to contribute to the financing of core municipal services. And it's not charity.
I understand.
Look, if you go to New Bedford, you're not a New Bedford resident, but if you go to New Bedford, you go to a show at the Zeiterion Performing Arts Center, you will have police protection. You will have EMS protection. You will have people, other municipal services at your disposal, even though you don't pay a dime in property taxes, Gene, to New Bedford. And so as a result of that, because people come and go, the state necessarily is the mechanism to provide additional funding for those services. So that's what I would argue.
Let me push back. If I go to the Criterion, aren't you thankful that I'm coming overseas to go to your city?
If you're spending a lot of money, otherwise you're spending a lot of dough on dinner, buying an expensive bottle of wine.
I might go to the restaurant on the waterfront. I may walk around the Whaling Museum. I may even buy something at the Joseph Abboud factory sale.
Even
you
better.
never know. You never know. Finally, just about 30 seconds left. You know, yesterday in the news here in Rhode Island, they want a double-digit rate hike on electricity. And the electric company says we got to get it, you know, the circumstances. Now, there's a lot of talk about offshore wind making things better. You were on 10 News Conference about a year ago, maybe before that, and I needled you a little bit about Donald Trump pulling the plug on offshore wind. Turns out you prevailed on that. That he was defeated in court. Offshore wind is complete.
Well, sort of. The pipeline of projects have dried up because of his actions.
But what do you guys? The one that was in the pipeline at the time.
The Vineyard Wind project is complete. Is constructed now.
Do you think that's going to lower your rates? Are you going to get bang for your buck? Do you think that's going to help?
Well, that particular project came in under 8 cents per kilowatt hour, so that was actually pretty cheap. You know, the other ones behind it are more expensive. The ones that still exist. New England Wind is probably the closest to the head of the line. The other ones, it's unclear whether the other ones will move forward. Certainly none of them are going to move forward during the Trump administration in the next 2.5 years. So look, the cost of electricity from offshore wind sources is going to turn on things like interest rates, the price of steel, price of labor, and other inputs. What I would say to people is that, well, two things. First off, the price of electricity is also a function of transmission, right? And there's no indigenous sources of electricity in New England, right? We don't have natural gas deposits.
You could argue because we never built a pipeline that should have been built through Massachusetts.
So that's part. So that's part. The other thing I will say is, look, for New Bedford, and I think this is true of parts of Rhode Island at least. Our primary concern when it comes to offshore wind is economic development. I believe in it as a climate change mitigation strategy, or part of a strategy can help. But for us, it's look, we want to be the leader in offshore wind because it'll attract capital and create jobs in New Bedford. My view is a very parochial one in that regard.
Well, we needled you about a year ago, but turns out
you got that one. Me. That's
keep coming back. By the way, you should make me an honorary citizen of New Bedford.
Okay.
I don't want to be taxed, but I will come to the Criterion more often.
Good.
Thanks for coming in.
Great to be here as
Mayor
always.
Mitchell, always good to have you in.